Alright, hello everyone, this is Menz here. Going to be doing a recording over this replay here for the T-44-100. I'm platoon with Jerry and also Graham here. This is a pretty, pretty fun match. It ended up being a little bit closer than what it might appear at first, but it ends up being pretty freaking good. I did complete the medium tank 13 mission with this match for the T-55a, and going into this match with the T-44-100 here, looking at their enemy team, I know that I can pretty much beat most tanks except for probably the Comet and the VK-2801 to the hill here, so I'm pushing there pretty hard. Um, and hopefully gonna be able to get it without really taking any losses, which fortunately for us we end up taking a pretty good chunk of this. Now, looking at the enemy team, like I said, I know that most of their tanks are slow, so instead of killing a little bit of time pushing up there, it's better sometimes just to push across right along the bottom. That way you save a little bit of effort, especially in this tank. It doesn't climb as fast as, say, a CDC. Fortunately, in this situation here, if they had all pushed still, they probably would have been able to kill myself and the AMX CDC, but this IS-6 is pushing out here by himself. KV-5 is not really pushing to back him up either, as well as he probably could have. But yeah, pretty much right now, not too worried about the north. They look like they're pretty set up decently here. Like they do have the FV4 4202 up there, but his KV5 is a little bit of a doozy. He can penetrate me here. I'm just blowing through a lot of my APCR because hell, I want to want to freaking win this match. I was trying to get this mission done, platooning with this, and fortunately for me, it worked out on the first try here. But I was kind of surprised this T-34 pushed up, but much like the IS-6, he pushed up by himself. It doesn't make too much sense. But even though he had got me down to one-shottable levels, I knew I would have been fine. We had like 3 chances there to finish him off before he could shoot me again. But now I'm down, to where the KV-5 can one-shot me. So I'm just trying to keep my upper glacis angled. The lower glacis, he has a chance to pen if he was firing APCR, but I was taking a little bit of a gamble that he wasn't. Yeah, all in all, right now, just waiting for him to shoot. He started missing, and just aiming for his cupola now. Because if I aim for the R2D2 turret, would have been a little bit more of my tank poking out. Which at this point, still not really rushing it. I got a little bit lucky there that he did not, do a little bit more damage, or else I would have died. But looking at the north, they were struggling a little bit more than I thought they would. They were pretty equally matched, but I thought they would have, pushed in there pretty quickly. But now, down to 58 HP, it doesn't make sense for me to push up here because we have 2 tanks I had to face head on. And then most likely there's more tanks sitting back here, so it's better for me just to support my team at this point. Which at this point, nowhere really close to getting. It's 6,000 combined damage for the medium tank 13 mission that I completed, but I was probably around I don't know, I would say 1,200 right now, and at the end of the match end up with 3,200 damage. But at this point, they haven't really been getting shot from us over here, so they weren't really expecting it. And fortunately for me, I have a little bit of APCR left. I don't need it to penetrate a lot of these tanks in the side, but the increased velocity is definitely a little bit of a bonus, and it helps you not having to lead as much. But at this point, I thought they were going to turn around, to be honest. Luckily, this Comet stuck his butt out for us, and he's going to pay the price here. I thought they were going to turn around and basically wipe us out the base, but kind of fortunately they didn't. They just kind of hung up there, and yeah, the one thing that I probably could have done differently here is this Hellcat. I didn't notice that he was this much of a thorn in the side for Graham here, but he starts wailing away at Graham, and he's you know, head on against a T-28 HTC. I probably could have popped down, helped him out, but instead I kind of hesitated here because 58 HP. I didn't want to make any mistakes because we're virtually tied. We've come across a T-28 HTC. Even in something like a 112, with heat rounds, it can be difficult to pen him. But fortunately, even though Graham died, this T-28 is going to make a little bit of a mistake here, and he's going to wind up going after this T-34 and going to be able to take him out here soon. Fairly sure. I think the T-28 comes before the Hellcat. But whenever you're low HP like this, like I usually play pretty aggressively. I just pump the brakes, keep myself in check. It's better to keep your gun in the game, even if you might see an opening. Oftentimes with this amount of HP, it's not worth taking it because you're just going to wind up, you know, taking that one shot and regretting it. But with that T-28 out now, they still have the free tanks up here. They're light, and the T-28 or T-150, they're all kind of don't know where they are. They're definitely not pushing, considering the IS. He had just spotted the T-28, but fortunately for us, they took their merry time in getting anywhere. They weren't able to support their T-28 at base, and this Hellcat here, he's kind of stuck. You know, do I point south? Do I point to the T-34? And I'm just kind of slowly inching up here. I don't want to round the corner and get one shot. But fortunately, Jerry had spotted him, so I knew it was safe to pop up. I almost kicked myself for this. I got, it looks like it hit just in the back of my tank here. Maybe those side skirts had saved me, but if he had hit my engine deck, even with something like HE, probably would have died, but luckily it bounced off for me. Now, most people would have, you know, just pushed up there to VK. Kind of glad I didn't. This T-150, again, trying to play it safe here. He would have potentially popped me there. But luckily for me, he pulls back to the point where, yeah, he can't shoot me. It's better off if I just push up now because I have guys behind me. Surprise, surprise, I see Artie. I was not expecting to see Artie there. I was expecting him back there, which he would have been able to take at least one of us out, if not two of us, coming up that way, but he wasn't even pointing our way, fortunately. But now I kind of take a sigh of relief because at this point we've pretty much won. But for a little bit there, I was a little bit worried because we had quite a few low HP tanks, and you know it could have went either way. But fortunately, we had Jerry with full HP still, so he could have rushed out if things started to go south and take on the other tanks. Because I think the T-28 was low HP as well, but I don't get a chance here to look at him at the end. He actually, like, he wound up being there. He was here, and then for some reason we spot him all the way up in B2, which is extremely odd, to say the least. I'm fairly sure we don't destroy him. I think we just end up capping him out here. So I think this IS here, when he's pushing up, he's going to spot him all the way in that direction. But overall, this match was, you know, it was a little bit of push and pull. Yeah, we spot the T-28 all the way over there. I have no clue what that guy was doing. He had a chance to help his team and win, but he's all chasing that IS around, and yeah, we ended up taking the rest of his teammates out. But all in all, if we cap the base here, just gonna pause it. It's bringing up the end result screen. Overall, you know, it's a pretty good match. We got a mastery badge first class. Not an ace tanker, surprisingly. Got a high caliber award, completed the mission, of course. And then swapping over to the next one, of course, 3,200 damage. Graham and Jerry did a great job as well. That pushed us over that 6K mark that I needed. And surprisingly, the T-28 did the most amount of damage on their team. Don't really know how that worked out, considering it looked like he was kind of flailing there at the end, but hey, it got us a win, so can't complain too much. And then outside of that, just blocked 600 damage, which that fortunately kept me in the, you know, the match. Just angling a little bit definitely helped me, and a little bit of luck against that German light at the end. And then a little bit of assist damage, 929, but all in all, 3,200 damage is freaking excellent for a T-44-100, and definitely used all my APCR rounds. Yeah, I still made some credits though, because I was using or maybe I didn't. Nah, this was right after my credit modifier went off, but yeah, still made a little bit of a profit since I have a premium account. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Thanks Jerry and Graham for platooning with me as well. It was very fun in this match. And yeah, if you feel like supporting me on YouTube, feel free. My PayPal info's in the video description below. There's also fan funding using the Google Wallet in the upper right hand corner of my videos. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again sometime soon.